The governor's proposal for a special session is drawing criticism from several quarters. Since the money for teacher pay raises would come from cuts to other state-appropriated agencies, many state employees are opposed to the idea. One agency deeply affected by the cuts is the Department of Corrections, which continues to face critical staffing shortages, even as the prison population remains well above capacity.
Oklahoma's prison system continues to struggle with a shortage of correctional officers. Sean Wallace is policy director for the Oklahoma Public Employees Association.
Whereas in the facilities go, we're still way short-handed, and we're still seeing a tremendous amount of overtime having to be worked by the officers in there. That's been going on for a long time, and they're just exhausted, and they need help.
According to the latest count by the Department of Corrections, prisons are now at 104% capacity, while job vacancies at state prisons stand at 30%. Corrections Director Joe Albaugh says the numbers are inviting a disaster.
We are still overcrowded, and that leads to tension. Hot weather leads to tension. We could have a spark at any moment, and not well equipped to handle it. We have 29,000 individuals incarcerated in our system, 1,731 correctional officers. The odds are not in their favor.
In addition, the agency has only 291 probationary officers to handle more than 31,000 individuals currently on supervised probation. Governor Mary Fallin agrees the staffing shortage is a serious problem.
We want to make sure that our Department of Corrections employees are safe, that our public is safe from those who might do us harm, and then we also have an obligation to keep our inmates safe.
In an effort to address the problem, the Department of Corrections has entered into an agreement with the U.S. Army to recruit veterans to help fill the shortage of correctional officers.
We'll now have an opportunity to see who these men and women are, our veterans, and to give them the opportunity to apply with the state of Oklahoma through this agency, Department of Corrections, and I hope many other agencies in our state.
The Partnership for Youth Success, or PAYS program, guarantees soldiers a job interview and possible employment with a civilian partner once they leave the Army. Albaugh believes the program could provide a boost to corrections.
These are individuals who will come into the office of correctional officer or probation officer or any other position within the agency with a stellar work ethic, communication skills, experience, and being able to adapt to adverse situations at a moment's notice.
But he admits the agency still faces significant handicaps in trying to recruit soldiers to their ranks.
We start our correctional officers out at $12.78 an hour. You could go to 7-Eleven, and I do as a patron, but if I wanted to go to work there, I could start out at $15 an hour and not put my life at risk every single moment of the day.
Wallace also has his doubts about the effectiveness of the PAYS program to fill the gaps in staffing.
We need about twice as many correctional officers as we have today. How are we going to get there? It's not just by going out and asking people to take the job. We have got to offer them better pay. When you're getting $12 an hour to work in that environment, it doesn't cut it. And I think guys know, hey, I can go work at 7-Eleven or Hobby Lobby or many other places and not have to put my life in danger and get paid better.
The Department of Corrections is due to receive more than $10 million in money left over from cuts in the previous fiscal year, but the governor wants to call a special session to use that money for teacher pay raises. Albaugh believes there's a better use for the money.
My number one priority is to give a 5% pay raise to members in the department. We're a little less than 4,000 individuals in the department. Many of them haven't had a pay raise in 12 years. This needs to be addressed.
The Oklahoma Public Employee Association is also critical of the governor's plan.
No, we're not for the special session to take money that was overcut from state agencies to give it to a teacher's pay raise. That doesn't make any sense, and I don't even think the teachers are for that idea.
OPEA Executive Director Sterling Zerle this week issued a statement calling on the governor and legislative leaders to quit playing politics with state agencies' funds, saying to use the funds for purposes other than restoring cuts is not only bad business, it may be against Oklahoma's Constitution. We don't understand why the funds are not put back into agencies' budgets now. According to the OPEA, state agencies are still looking for ways to slash spending, with some agencies about to implement more cuts, creating additional job losses.